Well, when we got started here in Austin back in the kind of early, Bill moved here like around 1980, and he'd been living in Houston for a few years doing repair and building guitars, and then we got going here in Austin and hired our first employee in '89, and did a few little trade shows and some guitar shows, and it created a lot of interest because it was there's always been people and guitar builders out there, you know, in small builders and building kind of neat stuff, but people recognize something different with Bill. It's a combination of art and industry that he has locked up in his head. And it didn't take long before we were having people, you know, we'd have someone in the UK that wanted to be a customer, that had a store, wanted to carry our guitars and stuff, and then next thing you know, Brian May of Queen was playing in Collings, and Keith Richards, you know, bought a couple of Collings, and Pete Townsend now has bought, you know, 10 or something Collings, and you start, these guys that appreciate, you know, good stuff started to understand kind of what we were doing, and I guess showing that by purchasing these guitars.
Well, I'd heard of Collings when I first, I was living in Tennessee actually, and I'd heard of Collings Guitars there and seen guys on TV with them and thought, oh, those look like nice, clean Martin type guitars, you know. And then I've got to play a couple out there that a couple guys had, and I was like, wow, these things kick ass big time. So I was sold on that, and then when I moved here, oh, Collings are made in Dripping Springs. Awesome. So started seeing more of them, of course, here in town, and I got to play some of the really early ones some guys own in town, and they were just fantastic guitars. And so I started hearing some stories about Bill and the whole deal over there, and eventually I went over there to their plant, little factory there, and I recognized a bunch of guys that were working there as guys that come to my gigs a lot. All the guys that work out there, they all play, so they all check them out all the time, and everybody's got an opinion and a view on the sound and stuff. And I think all of those guys getting together, getting their heads together, makes a difference on what they're turning out as a product. And being that they're players, I think they are more proud of what they're putting together, because when it's finished and it does something good, then they're going, yeah, as well as the guy who owns it or plays it gets to enjoy it, you know. So that way they're just put more time and energy, positive energy, into putting the guitars together, I think.